Hello, welcome to your Astro-Weather Check for tomorrow's Sagittarius New Moon. As I mentioned last month, I am switching the format a little bit moving forward with this season of the Becoming Chiron podcast. And we're going to do the full episodes that are in alignment with the zodiac season that we're in as far as the Chiron sign topics. So we synced back up, and I think it was Libra season, and I really liked how that happened. So moving forward, what I'm going to do is the full episodes will be just around the full moons, and that'll be for Chiron and the sign. So the next one will be Chiron and Capricorn, which will be in Capricorn season and right around the full moon that we'll have in Cancer. So that'll be around the 27th of December. I'll have that recording up, and that'll be a full episode covering the Chiron content. And I just didn't want to give up the Astro Weather Checks completely with that shift in the episode releases. So I decided to do the new moon Astro Weather Checks that I would have included with every new moon episode release as a short little video. Last month I went live. Today I kind of wasn't feeling the live so much, but I still wanted to get this recording out to everybody ahead of tomorrow's new moon. So I hit record. Today is December 11th. It is Monday, Moon's Day. And I hit record. It's about 1:25 p.m. here on the East Coast in Atlantic City. So we'll talk about tomorrow's new moon. I'm actually going to show the chart. I'll do a little screen sharing just because it's a lot easier for me to talk about it as I'm looking at it. So we'll do that. We'll discuss the energies that we're in. We have a Mercury retrograde starting on Wednesday, so we'll talk about that as well. And then we'll do some announcements, and I'm going to pull a card for everybody from my Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light deck, as I feel like that energy is very much in alignment with the new moon. And then we'll wrap it up and keep it short and sweet for today. So let us look at the chart for the new moon. And we'll talk about that next, actually, what I have up for Sea Goddess. So the new moon is tomorrow evening at 6:32 p.m. here on the East Coast. And like I said, it's in the sign of Sagittarius. So what we'll have is a new moon around 20 degrees of the sign. As you can see right here, this little symbol is the sun. This little symbol is the moon. That is a new moon. Moon and sun meet up at the same degree in a sign. And we still have Mars fairly close to the sun. I've talked about this in the last 2 podcast episodes, where we still have Mars and the sun kind of infusing each other with energy, and that's still present during this new moon. So we talk about the sign of Sagittarius. We're under a double Sagittarius sky with the sun and the moon, but also kind of a triple one with the energy of Mars still kind of influencing both. So that really infuses the energy with forward motion. We are right now kind of in a little bit of a pause period with the pre-shadow Mercury retrograde kind of happening around the same time as this new moon. So it's really an opportunity to dive a little bit deeply into what's been coming in. The Mars is still invisible in the sky, so it's called what's under the beams of the sun. So that energy can also feel a little bit hidden. And as the planet starts to move farther away from the sun, then the themes that are sort of been brewing as the planet's been hidden may come to the surface. So this new moon is infused with action, drive, will, all related to the planet Mars, personal power. But the themes might take a little bit longer to reveal themselves. So my guidance for this new moon in general is to really tap into what's coming to you, what's been coming through to you on a subconscious level, and sit with it. Set your intentions, of course, if you do any new moon ceremony or any new moon intention setting. Definitely bring forward and up to the surface, and however you do that, whether it's journaling or speaking it into existence, whatever your manifestation process is, definitely aim really high. My tagline for this new moon I kind of came up with is dreaming is healing. And I don't mean dreaming just what we do at night, but like, what are your aspirations? What are your goals? This is our last new moon of the year. So think about and reflect. It's a really good time to take the power of the pause that Mercury retrogrades offer us and really think about your year. Think about if you had done a vision board back in January last year, or I'm sorry, January this year, And if you do any kind of, new year intention setting or goals for the year or anything like that, take stock and inventory of what's materialized over the course of this year. And think about everything that we've been through. We've been through several Mercury retrogrades. We've been through a Venus retrograde. We started the year off with Mars still retrograde. So there's been a lot of, we had the Saturn and Pluto shift back in March. So there's been a lot of kind of 2 steps forward, maybe 1 step back, maybe 2 steps back, or maybe even more during the retrogrades. And it was really focused on our heart healing this year with Venus, so much about our authenticity and our authentic true paths and what we came here to do. And with the Sagittarius spirit, we have that opportunity to really aim high, just like the symbol shows. It's an arrow pointing 45 degrees up. So really aim high and really, like I said, take inventory of the goals that you set at the beginning of the year, what happened this year, if those materialized or if they didn't, and what you can do differently, but more importantly, what you can do differently as far as really infusing the energy with your dreams and your potential and what you really want to do and what you've discovered along the way, wherever you are on your path, as far as what your soul really came here to do and how much in alignment you are with that, especially with your heart energy. What does your heart really want? And how can you set the intentions now at the end of the year, moving forward into the next year, calendar year we're talking about. So those are general themes, just with the sun, moon, and Mars. The one difficult aspect we have with this new moon is a square to the planet Neptune. So that's another reason why I'm pulling in the dream energy, because Neptune relates very much to our dreams, to our intuitions, to our connection to source, our unconscious. Like Neptune's the god of the sea. Think about the ocean, and it's in the sign of Pisces. Pisces and Sagittarius square each other. So the energy is also infused with maybe a little bit of confusion or things that are coming to you that might feel a little bit hidden beneath the surface, or things that you can't quite put your finger on just yet. A lot of people I know are getting colds right now. So we're definitely getting challenges from the invisible realms right now, as far as everything I mentioned regarding what the new moon energy is bringing us. So emotions can also be running high and coming to the surface at this time as well, with the square to the Pisces axis, and especially to the planet Neptune. Sun square Neptune only happens twice a year, and that challenges our identity. That challenges us at our core, who we are, and how we're co-creating with the universe, and how we're dreaming up what's possible and what we can do. And that takes a little bit of soul searching and a little bit of digging, and definitely honing in on our courage and our bravery and our will to make those things happen. So that's the more challenging aspect that we have. One thing that we have that's infusing this new moon with really positive, potent energy is a harmonious aspect to the North Node, as well as Chiron. Chiron and Mars are coming into what's called a trine. That's these blue lines here. That's a harmonious flow of energy from element to element. So we have an opportunity for great healing in this, as well as really setting goals that help us move forward on a soul level. That's what the North Node is all about. So we have the new moon here at 20 degrees of Sagittarius, sending back and forth positive energy to the North Node, which is now at 21 degrees of Aries. The nodes changed signs back in July. So we've been in this energy for a little while now. That's why the eclipses have been changing signs this year. So really, really dream big and aim high in whatever you're calling into your being at this time. Important. The other thing that we have that's a kind of a more subtle energy that's going on is what's called an inconjunct to Uranus. So that's why I'm saying it's whenever we have a planet in this aspect, it's like they give each other the side eye. They can't quite see each other, but they know that they're there. Whether you have this aspect in your natal chart or you study this aspect, it's an interesting one, and it can be a little confusing as well, because one, that's just the way that this aspect works. It's this green line that we're seeing here, if you can see that on the screen, but also because we have Neptune involved. So it's like, okay, this is where I bring in your authentic self part even more, because that's very much what Uranus relates to. The revolutionary within us, the rebel within us, our path to our own individuation. So, and this is from Taurus to Sagittarius. So this is a, reality-based practical energy, but could be a little surprising that Uranus is feeding into this new moon as well. And like I said, we'll cover the Mercury retrograde. So that's sort of what I wanted to cover as far as the crux of the energy of the new moon. It's also ruled by Jupiter, which is also in Taurus. So it just brings an opportunity to ground all of this into our reality, into building it in a practical way. And we'll have another 5 or so months of Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. So that's a really positive energy carrying this forward. The next new moon under Jupiter's rule won't be until Pisces season. So we have that energy there as far as making things happen, but it's up to us. And like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a more internal process at the moment. Mercury is pretty much coming to a standstill in the sky at the time of this new moon. We started this year, like I said, with Mars retrograde, then we had a Mercury. And this will be the 4th Mercury retrograde of this year. And the cool thing with this one is we're going to start changing elements now with Mercury. This whole year, all of 23, they've been fully in the earth signs. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And the year before that, they started shifting from, I think it was air to earth. So we had a year of a little bit of a shift, a little bit of dance between, and now we're going to be shifting from earth into fire. That's going to change the vibe. That's going to change how the retrogrades will be working on you moving forward into 24 and 25. It's going to happen in different places of your chart, so that which will switch as well. This retrograde will start in Capricorn and end in Sagittarius. The last time this happened was in 2017. So think back to that time of your life and what was brewing and happening for you then, and themes might start repeating that were, first and foremost and in the forefront during that time. So, like I said, the drift, the retrograde pre-shadow started back in November on the 25th. And for any of you that are listening that are unfamiliar, the pre-retrograde shadow is just when Mercury goes direct over the same degrees that it'll be retrograde. So we've been kind of already maybe starting to see the themes since the 25th of November. The retrograde will start on Wednesday, the 13th, so after the new moon. And then the retrograde itself will be for 3 weeks from the 13th to New Year's Day to the 1st, depending on your time zone. It can be, different. And then the post-retrograde shadow will be Mercury going direct back over the retrograde degrees, and that'll be until January 21st. So lots of time. If you've been with me for a while, you know how I work with these. This is a magical time, best time to tap into the energy of the planet, best time to co-create with Mercury, which is the magician. So magic is very much infused into the energy of this season, into the energy of Sagittarius anyway. Also Capricorn, from my perspective, that's the sign of the mystic as far as I'm concerned. And we have an opportunity to have a shift in our mindset or our perspective, or redo the way that we communicate, however that looks, whether that's verbal, nonverbal, art, whatever, writing, whatever it is. So it's interesting that it's happening during the holiday time. So just know typical things with Mercury retrogrades, our old friends can come back into our lives. We can have interruptions in our schedule, communication, any kind of electronic device, also travel. So just have extra patience right now, moving forward from now to the end of the year and for the first few weeks of January as well. Just know that that's probably going to be something that comes into your life or is on the scene in your awareness in some way. I already had an old friend that I hadn't seen in like 3 or 4 years. I ran into her at a store on Saturday. So those things are already brewing and happening. We had a lot of rescheduling and reshuffling that happened with events that we had going Thursday and Saturday this week as a team. So just know, especially just have extra patience with family members, communication, travel, all the things that the holiday season usually brings into our lives. So that is pretty much what I wanted to cover with tomorrow's new moon. And then let's shift over to announcements. So we have a retreat coming up. We have what we're calling our winter snowscape retreat in southern Vermont. We've secured a property in Londonderry, and it's gorgeous. I will show you some pictures. And we have the retreat is open for registration now. And we have what we're calling our early snowbird rate available. So the retreat full price is $555, and that includes, it's 2 nights, so it'll be March 1st through March 3rd, so Friday night and Saturday night, so part of Friday and part of Sunday when we check out. And that will include all meals, that will include workshops with us. We'll have the whole team there, and the 2-night stay. And it's going to be magical and beautiful, and we're hoping that there's some snow on the ground that we can enjoy, especially if you're coming from a state where you don't usually see snow. And the early snowbird rate is $444, so that's $111 off, and that will be available until the solstice. We're running that special until then, and then the retreat will go to full price. So if you are interested, definitely be sure to either go on and register for the full $444, take advantage of that, or we also have payment plans available, and that would be just $111 deposit to secure your spot, and then there were 2 payments, one in January and one in February for the remainder. So to get to the retreat, all you have to do is either go to our homepage, and we have it right here. So you can click this button here, or just go up to our main menu. If you're on mobile, that'll be on the right-hand side with the little three lines, and just go to retreats and check this out. It's pretty magical. So we have everything, all the workshops that we're going to offer. We'll have Illuminate Your Goddess with your inner goddess with Mandy, astrology, aromatherapy, and star bathing with me, healing, body movement, and meditation with Lexi, custom orgone energy piece creation with Jess. And I'll show you some of those right after I do announcements because they're magical. And I just got some more personal pieces myself that I'm absolutely in love with. And then as a team, we'll be running the Sea Goddess Stellar Radiance workshop, which is a wonderful 5D chakra meditation, angelic healing journey, and psychic development with all of us as well. So you can scroll down and just see the general information here. We're calling it a magical escape designed for 15 women to experience joy and sparkle their souls. And it's only available to 15 people, and we actually already have 4 people. So register soon if you want to join us. And then you just click this button, more info, register, and that brings you to the main page where you can see even more details. You can see the full event description, the workshops like I mentioned, and then you can click the link to actually see the property. So this is where we're going to be staying. This is the property that we've secured. It's incredible. It looks like a cabin, but you can see it's pretty expansive. We have lots and lots of common areas. It's just beautiful hardwood floors throughout, big kitchen, which we'll be really excited to cook in, and we can accommodate any dietary restrictions or anything like that. And then the rooming will pretty much be shared. And yeah, take a look at this. So all you have to do is click that button at the bottom of the event description to get to this, and you can explore the property. There's a room with a pool table. There's like a little den area, which is cool. And there's some pictures here of the outside as well. There's a hot tub right here, and a huge deck with beautiful chairs. Well, that's probably where we may do the star bathing experience. So we've secured that property, which we're really, really excited about. And this has the payment plan information, and it has links if you want to email us to inquire about that. That if you want the payment plan, just email us and let us know. And yeah, then you can go down here, and we have our tentative agenda. So you can see what we have kind of planned out for everybody tentatively for every day. You just go to read more, and we have our times here, when the workshops will be, and then the last day is here. So all of that's available on the website, and that is just so exciting. We are so excited about it. And then when you register, you will also get access to, you can plan your agenda for while you're there. A lot of conferences and things have this capability. We have that there as well. And you can also, I had a mind slip. What was I going to say? You can, oh, yeah, with a free group. So there's a group, we have private group hosting on our website off social media. So when you register, you'll get access to a private group where you can talk to and plan with other people that have registered for the retreat. So that will be available to you as well. So we're super excited about that. Like I said, make sure you take advantage of that early snowbird rate, which will expire on the solstice. And that's right on our homepage. Show you once more. For anybody that's not watching the video and you're just listening, you just go right to cgoddesshealingarts.com, and then we have the retreats menu at the top. We also have this section at the top of our homepage that has, you know, current things that we're offering, and it's right there at the very top underneath the ocean video. So you can just go right there as well to get to it. And then we also have it in our upcoming classes, workshops, soul circles, and events section before we get to everyone's banners. So you can get to it there as well. So really easy to get to, really easy to explore. Check out the property. It's freaking awesome. And we're really, really, really excited about this. Second announcement. I'm offering for the first time, I've been dreaming this up myself for the last couple of years. I'm offering what we're calling our astrological themes in cinema star lounge. And I'm going to teach about astrological themes, and we're going to start with movies. I may branch this out eventually depending on how well this one goes, but I'm going to be focusing for this one in particular on It's a Wonderful Life and all of the astrological themes by sign and planet and the symbols and all the things that are present in that movie that I observed. Once I learned astrology, I watched it and I was like, oh my God, this is so Cancer Capricorn. So we'll be talking all about that. I'll have some slides prepared and we'll do some education portion, and then we'll do just group discussion. And that's going to be on the solstice. So Thursday next week on the 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern time to 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm offering it for free. I'm just going to doing it donation based, so no obligation financially there. I just don't want to put anybody under any extra stress or pressure during this time of the year, and I just want to have fun with it. There's links in the description. Actually, I'll go to there next so you can see where to register for that. You do have to register for it, but it is going to be free. So you can just go to It's a Wonderful Life Star Lounge right on our homepage, click that. And then you'll see the beautiful graphic that Mandy came up with for me and a little description. And then there's a registration link right there. And then, yeah, I'm really, really excited about this. The ways to donate are listed right at the bottom. So if you want to donate, if you register and want to donate, that's how you do it. So just click book now, and that gets you registered. Like I said, that is free, and I'm super excited about that. And then to get to our classes, you can also just go to our services tab. And then everything is here, all of our individual services, and then classes, soul space, and more. And click there, and that brings you right to our classes page. And then you can see all of our online offerings there. So there's that. And then also on the solstice, I will be doing in-person readings at the Sage Lady in Zen Landing Wellness Studio in Mays Landing. We're running a special for the solstice. So I will be doing mini readings for only $21. And you can get to those as well. We encourage people to register for these and sign up ahead of time. If you want a time slot, that's the best way to do it. Walk-ins are also welcome, but this is preferred just to secure your spot. And if you register in advance, we will gift you a Sea Goddess Wish bracelet. So come and find out what's in store for your 2024 with me. We'll focus on a very specific part of your chart and just kind of pull a card and let Spirit guide the reading. And that'll be 15-minute readings. Like I said, I have several slots available. I'll be there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then I'll be doing the Star Lounge class virtual at night. So I'm really excited about that. And then one thing I did mention I wanted to share, if you're watching on video, you'll get to really experience this. Jess is offering her custom dragon, her custom soul dragon creation she extended it for the month of December. You can get to a way to order right on her page on our website. And she created dragon for me. Actually, they came out, it's 2 dragons, which I'm still meditating with and figuring out exactly what happened here. But Jess makes these incredibly gorgeous custom Orgone soul dragons. And whether you were with us or not during our dragons class back on November 7th, I told the story about how this dragon came to me in 2017 when right around the eclipse, the Great American Eclipse that happened in August of that year. And my dragon reconnected me to astrology. My dragon's name is Pembroke, and each one comes with a little also piece, whether it's an egg or whatever comes through to Jess to create with, or for the dragon that comes through for you. She connects with your energy, she connects with the energy of the dragon, and then just makes these gorgeous custom pieces. And of course, for me, it was a little different. And Pembroke came through as 2 dragons. So I have a second one here, which was a total surprise. And there was a heart that came through. There's a little, these are magnets. She puts little magnets on the back. So we have a heart that came through with the second one, as well as a second egg. So I finally have a dragon from Jess. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Potent, potent, potent. I had incredible dreams the night that she gave them to me on Saturday. So I'm just in awe. You can see how incredibly amazing this is. So if you want one for yourself, just go onto our page, onto Jess's page, and scroll to the bottom, and you can order your own dragon there. So that was awesome. And then the other thing I wanted to mention too, I mentioned dreams in the tagline for tomorrow's new moon, as well as just the overall energy that's present with Neptune and everything. And I did, there was a Luminary Light Festival at the Lighthouse on Saturday evening. And I did, I busted out my tarot deck for the first time in a while and did readings for people during that event. And dreams actually came up a lot. Probably half of the readings I did, there was some kind of card that came up. The High Priestess came up a lot. The Moon card came up a lot. The Cups suit came up a lot. So I'm just using that as a guide as well, with the energy of the new moon, with the energy that we're in. Pay attention to your dreams, but also like your subconscious ones that happen at night, but also your dreams in general, your goals, your aspirations, which is why I decided to pull from Work Your Light. So we'll see what the deck has to say for everyone as a collective reading for today. Soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So we have that card, which is beautiful. That's just a beautiful reminder as well. Collaboration, not competition. And then let's see what the card says for everybody. Page 80. And from this deck, it is from the action suit. Like I said, this new moon is going to involve action. So that's perfectly in alignment and beautiful. And the message on this card. Call on your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. It is time to call on your soul family and support team. People who get you at soul level. People who are the same kind of weird as you. People who are your chosen family. They are coming and they are looking for you. If you haven't found them yet, this is a sign that they are close by. But in order for them to find you and recognize you when they do, it is important that you stop dimming your light and truly let yourself be seen. If you have already found them, you are being called to let them support you and perhaps also assemble a wider support team. Your support team can consist of all types of people, such as a therapist, coach, mentor, or healer. Tune in to what kind of support you need now. Work your light action. Call in your support team now. So that's beautiful. Love, love, love that. So yeah, we'll wrap it up there for today. Another thing I wanted to mention is that we'll be doing our Tuesday live tomorrow morning. So every Tuesday we go live and do live readings and discussion and announcement. Sometimes it's all 4 of us. So oftentimes it's me, Mandy, and Jess, with Lexi's schedule limitations at the moment, but we will be there regardless, whether it's one or all of us. And that is tomorrow morning at 11:30 Eastern. We go live on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, as well as we have a Twitch account. We've been going live on there as well. So if you're on Twitch, that could be something fun to tap into and tune into tomorrow. And we'll be doing live readings and talking more about the retreat, I'm sure, and the wonderful experience we all just had together at the events that we did last week. So that is tomorrow. And I don't think there's anything else I wanted to cover. If you're listening and you're on one of the platforms like Apple Podcasts, if you hop over to our YouTube channel or to Spotify, you can watch the video of this episode so you can actually see the dragons and the screen sharing for the retreat and how to register for the upcoming Star Lounge and everything I did via screen sharing in the video episode. So that's all for today. Happy new moon, everyone. Sending my heart, energy, and love out to everyone for the holiday season. We'll be making our December soul broadcast public on Friday the 15th. So we wrote about the spirit of magic for December. So you'll be able to access that and read that starting on Friday. It'll be available to the public. Right now, it's only for Soul Garden members. So that can also help with this time of the year and anything that's coming up, especially around this new moon energy with the Mercury retrograde. Just holding everyone in my heart. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for your support. And I will be back with you after Christmas around the full moon with Chiron in Capricorn. Bye.